Hey beautiful people, welcome back to my channel. So I have a pick a card reading for you. This is a no communications update, seeing what's up with your person, seeing how they feel about you and the connection, what are their thoughts, what's going on in that department, and some messages. So we have three groups here: Libra group number 1, which is actually group 2, and we have Neptune. So you can go ahead and make your selection. I will say, if you're drawn to group 1 and group 3 equally, definitely listen to them both. Always do that. Whatever you're drawn to, listen to whatever you're drawn to. If it's all three, listen to it, or if it's more than one, listen to it, because there's just multiple messages spread throughout the reading for you. But these two are definitely connected. And if you're drawn to group 3, you may want to listen to the entire reading of all groups, because there is a lot of messages that kind of interchange between the other two readings as well. So just to throw that out there. I love you guys so much. Thank you for being here. This is a general reading, so make sure that you're only taking in the information that is for you, applying it to your situation, and then moving on, and not taking something that's not for you and trying to make it your reality, okay? So that's both for negative things, of course, but also positive things. So making sure you're using your discernment and only taking what's for you. If you would like to book a personal reading for your situation, you can do that at my website. I offer multiple options when it comes to love and relationship readings. So that's witchybabeshop.com. And if you end up enjoying the messages deck, this is my messages deck that I used to have, if you've been following me, handwritten. I added to it and I put it in a PDF, so you can download it yourself and use it for yourself. And you can check that out on my website as well. So go ahead and make your selection. Libra, house 1, the first house, group 1, and Neptune, and I will see you over at your selection. Hey beautiful people, so you all chose group 1, or so group Libra, I should say. So you might be dealing with a Libra. Who else might you be dealing with? Ooh. Oh, look at that, Libra came out again. So Libra, super Libra energy, also could be Gemini and Aquarius, just to throw that out there, but doesn't have to be. Let's look at your, oh my God. Well, ghosted. I'm sorry I disappeared. I needed to get away and clear my head. Wow. Okay. So this is our group 1, no communication. What is, what's been going on with them? What is an update, messages from them, whatever comes out about them. So, let's go ahead and see what's been going on with them. So this person is, you may have ghosted them, but more than likely the energy I get from the message, is that they ghosted you. They disappeared. They may have I'm hearing slowly stop talking to you. So you couldn't even tell if you could really call it ghosting. It just is like the conversation just dissipated. The energy just slowly started to shift. But it looks like anybody that's pulled away from this relationship has done so because they really needed to kind of get back focused in on themselves. They were going, okay, yeah, look at this. We have the 8 of Voices reversed. So right now, it looks like they are in a space where they have done a lot of clearing of their head of issues that's been going on in their life. The 8 of Voices upright is when you're incredibly anxious, and there's usually one or maybe more than one concerns, and you're taking those concerns, those situations, and you're making them so much worse than they actually need to be. So you're just really building it up. So when the reversal comes out, it shows a release of that really just spiraling negative thought energy, and being able to kind of clear your mind to see maybe what options you may have and how to move forward. And so this is really positive. So this person could have had something. I feel like both is true. I feel like they had things going on that were causing a lot of anxiety for them, but this relationship also caused a lot of anxiety for them. So they've been able to kind of get their head more clear. They are sorry that that's the way they decided or needed to go about doing so. I am hearing I wish I would have been more, yeah, look at that, the 3 of Materials. I wish I would have been more mature, worked with you better, been more, recognized, or, explained hey, this is what's going on. These are the steps that I need to take in order to be happier, but I'm just really not happy. Okay. So that's this person, they were not happy with other things in their life. They were stressed out about this connection, and they needed to get away. And they don't think they did a really good job with how they went about doing that, but that's that's where they were at. That's why this happened. There's, you know, if you needed that closure, if that's all you want really, then there you go. They had some other stuff going on. Now for some of them, this could have been finances, or their sense of security, but whatever it was definitely really difficult. So what are they doing now? Like, where are they at now with that process? Okay, so nice. The end of a tough cycle approaches, full moon in Capricorn. So a lot of them have ended a cycle, and the remaining ones that maybe are still in the midst of it are coming near to the end. So I do think this has to do with finances or sense of security for the most part. And look at that. Oh my God, how perfect is that? It's time to take action. New moon in Aries. That's perfect. That is perfect for the message here. Okay. So this person has definitely gone through like a transformation. They're feeling recharged, re-energized with other areas of their life. Let's see how they're feeling about you all's connection. How are they feeling about your connection? Five of Voices. Okay, so while they may have gotten things situated for other areas of their life, they are still very conflicted with your connection. They're not quite sure. They have like some ideas. They have other ideas that contradict those, and they have like all these offset of ideas. So there's a lot of things in their head, a lot of thoughts. Strength. Now there is a strong sexual attraction to this connection. I also hear pride. So I feel like this person, on both ends, I feel like they're very proud of like the potential of the connection. There's also a lot of pride that prevents them from maybe being able to understand their thoughts a little bit more clearly. Like they might have some ideas of, well, you know, maybe I shouldn't have done that. And that's like, oh no, you're not wrong, or like whatever. Like they don't want to admit to some aspects of where they may need to change. But I also feel like there's a lot of like pride and sense of like, I'm hearing like sense of family, sense of like you're somebody that they feel very bonded to. Also a lot of sexual attraction is very, very present in this connection as well, and in their head and their heart when it comes to you. And then we have the Nine of Materials. However, there's still this sense that this person maybe is not ready for what the type of connection they know this is going to be for them. And I think it's interesting I chose to say is going to be, because maybe some of them are really in an alignment with this is going to be like an official connection in the future, just but maybe not right now. I think they're very focused in on this new energy that they're in when it comes to their structures and their money and their career goals, schooling goals, or their personal goals. When it comes to relationships, I feel like they don't want to be necessarily tied down. They want to be able to put their attention towards the things that how they're trying to grow, their own personal expansion. And it's not really at a point where they're ready to then like bring another person into that mix. Some of these people, I feel, left a relationship, like they were in another relationship maybe when you guys were like together or like talking, like and this would be something that you were aware of. So you may have been in a connection with this person and then they were like leaving a relationship. I do believe they did leave that relationship, and so they're just kind of taking this time to enjoy that independence that comes with being single. I dropped some cards, so we're going to pick them up because I was shuffling for some further messages for you, and I got 4 that came out, and that's how many I wanted, so we got them. And just a reminder, these cards are on my shop. You can download them. So you would be downloading this part. You'll get the PDFs. You can also get this if you decide to join my Patreon. You can get it for free. It's it's included for all of the tiers. So all the tiers are a pay what you can system. You'll get this for free, or you can get it on my shop, either my website or my Etsy shop, and it's instant downloads. So you'll have access to it and you can make your own cards however you like. And check out your own messages. So we have Finding Myself. It was time I went within to find myself again. I need to figure out what I want out of life. I need space. Okay. So this is exactly what I was saying. This person, you know, that is why they ghosted. And I feel like they're still on this journey of finding themselves, wanting to be connected, like to themselves more, to their goals, to what it is that they want in life. Obsessed. I think I'm obsessed with you. I think about you all the time. I stalk your socials, and I hope I run into you when I'm out. So this person, like, they have, like, this is what I'm saying, they have a lot of conflicting thoughts, because there's a very strong attachment to you. There's a very strong oh my gosh, attraction to you as well. But then there's also like this, like, well, but I don't want that. Like there's this push and this pull. So they find themselves like looking at your socials or looking at your pictures, or, you know, hoping, like thinking about you and hoping that they run into you, or thinking about the next time they talk to you. But attention of others, I'm addicted to the attention of others. I love to feel wanted and needed. I don't feel whole without it. So they I don't necessarily feel like they're in a space where they're dealing with that necessarily, but I feel like they're in a space where they're enjoying the attention of others. They're not necessarily you know, fully addicted to it. They're enjoying it because maybe they have been in a relationship and now they're single. But maybe for some, especially if this is an issue you already know that they have, you know, you'll be like, oh yeah, I know that already. And then we have it's on. I see you looking good and moving on. I don't care who you're talking to. I'm better. I will compete for you. So there's that conflicting energy again. Very Libra-like, not sure what they want. So let me know below in the comments, are they Libra, or what Libra placements do they have? I heard Libra rising, so you guys got some like very attractive, very frustrating people that you might be dealing with. So let me know in the comments about that. So let's go ahead. Let's go. So sorry, you guys. 1 second. That was my daughter popping in. I thought I had the door locked and I didn't. Okay, let's get back to the reading. So let's go ahead and see what is your advice from Spirit regarding this person, the connection, any type of you know, when they might be popping into your life again, or what do you need to know? Okay, we have express your love, let go of control issues, and pay attention to the red flags. Okay. So I feel like for you all, this person is likely to come back into your life, but for the most part, okay, so this message is going to split. For some of you, this person's not going to come back into your life until they know what they want. And this person is really, what I'm getting from this energy is they're very mature and they're doing things in a very mature way. They're healing, they're focusing on themselves, and they're growing. And they're going to come back when they're ready to come in for a committed relationship. Others are not necessarily dealing with that level of maturity quite yet, but they're working towards that. Right now, they're in a space where they're just enjoying whatever life kind of offers them. They don't want to settle down, but they still are very attached to you, and they want to connect with you, but they don't necessarily have the energy to offer you what it is that this relationship requires. So they are likely to come back into your life and maybe come and go until they're in a space where they're more ready. And so with that, this is something you're going to have to be aware of. This is something that is 100% up to you on whether or not this is okay with you. This is okay with your, you know, however your boundaries are set up, or if this is something where it's like, no, like you're not going to come in and out whenever you want. And then, you know, whenever you finally realize that's what you want in life, then expect me to be there. So I never advocate for somebody to sit around and wait for anybody. I do feel like though the situation, if you do go into it, it's definitely a test of releasing control of outcomes and a test of living in the moment, because this would be a reconnection where you just can count on the moment and that's it. And you know, it's not one where I could say this person won't then ghost again when they get scared, when they get spooked, because they're going through a healing process. So there's plenty of red flags around. There's plenty of things that they're going to work on. There's plenty of triggers that are basically going to come up during a reconnection, but I do see one coming in. So let's see, let's get some more information, more advice. New moon in Virgo, a time to give rather than take. Yeah, especially for those that are dealing with somebody that is trying to change and trying to grow, but they're really still kind of pulled back into their old behavior. If you're going to be connected with them, you're going to have to see them from a totally different perspective, not from one of, would you hurry up and get your shit together because, you know, I would really like to start a life with you or anything like that. You're really going to have to see them from this perspective of like, I see you for who you are and I accept you for who you are. And I see that you're trying to grow and change. And, you know, I am here to assist if you need, but I will keep healthy boundaries for myself as well. Like you have to, I honestly, this is what I see for you guys that are resonating. I see having a very nurturing friendship and one where you have good boundaries. This is not going to be talking every day. This is not going to be, late night conversations or anything like that. It's going to be one that is an appropriate like friendship, but where there's obviously history there, there's obviously other energy that exists, but you keeping it more in like a mentor space almost versus a potential partner space as this person goes through this process. And this doesn't mean like, oh, everything's going to be about like bettering yourself or like everything's going to be like that type of conversation. It's still like friends, but there's going to be, I just feel these very healthy boundaries here. And I feel like it's a new chapter in your relationship. And it's really positive, especially if this is something that you want in the future, because this is building a good basis of a foundation for friendship and for respect, like mutual respect. And it's going to be a very strong bond that you have with this person, regardless of how it develops in the future. If you do become a official romantic couple, or if you just stay friends, this is somebody that you're definitely connected with for a while, I'll say. Like there's a strong connection here, a deep one. So I feel like there's like definitely past life energy. Okay. Cardinal moon, be bold and make the first move. So for some of you, the message is like, if you want to reconnect with this person sooner rather than later, because I feel like for them, they might connect with you whenever the mood hits. But if you are wanting to connect with them, they definitely would receive you well. So you can make that move. And, I'm hearing goosebumps. So some of you that applies to, you'll have goosebumps. So you'll have some sort of reaction where you are having that resonance and that message is for you. So if that's what you're wanting, then go ahead and you be bold. You make that first move to reconnect with them. But your message is still the same. It still applies to, you have to be aware of the limitations this person has at this time and not have expectations that are going to mess your happy and positive energy up, because it wouldn't be worth it if that's the case. And if that's the case, what's going to happen is they're going to end up ghosting, because spirit and your ancestors' guides, it's like, nope, we're not going to have this be this dramatic, emotional, like overly negative emotional connection where you both are just not focusing on your own stuff as well. So that's why those boundaries are going to be really important. And I see a lot of you really sticking to very healthy boundaries and having a healthy friendship with this person. So that is going to be your reading. I love you guys so much. Thank you so much for being here. I appreciate you. This is a timeless reading, so whenever you find it, it applies for you. There's no time period set on it. And if you would like to see more readings, if you would like to get monthly astrology readings and other content, like I said, this deck is here on my Patreon as well. So you can find that information in the description box below. And if you would like to book a personal reading, I do offer multiple love and relationship-based readings. So you can book that at witchybabeshop.com. I love you guys so much. Thank you for being here, and I will see you next time. Hello, group 2, or technically 1. So you all chose this message. Let's take a look. I'm sorry. I hate how much I've hurt you. I'm so sorry for all the pain I've caused. You didn't deserve any of it. Wow. Okay. So we are checking up on your person, your no communication person, seeing what's going on with them and how they're feeling about the relationship, what's going on, some advice, further messages. And our opening message is pretty powerful. They are sorry. So this relationship has been through it. I'm hearing you all have had a very triggering connection. They feel really bad for decisions they made that they know hurt you. And I'm hearing selfish. They do realize that there was a lot of selfish energy that they were indulging in. So let's see what's going on with this person now. We have the Queen of Emotions. So this person has become very aware of their behavior recently. They've had, they've opened up their intuition. I'm hearing dreams and just flows of consciousness, or connecting to flows of consciousness. So they're having some ideas and thoughts of who they are, what actions they should be taking, how they should be living, what brings them happiness and joy, and how they treat other people. So there's a lot of shifting going on. That's why they're coming to this realization of, oh my gosh, I really hurt this person. I definitely should have made these decisions. I should have did something different. They didn't deserve it. Ace of Emotions. Wow, yeah. This is a totally new energy for this person. Totally new energy. And I think it's interesting that it was one. I did just throw the dice for, I didn't pick out the number, I just threw it and whatever it landed on. So this person, anytime you have first house transits in astrology, you go through a physical transformation, and it typically changes you, from the inside out. Because first of all, before you have that first house transit, you have 12th house transit. So that is your subconscious mind, unconscious mind. That is, really doing what's buried deep and going through a transformation. And then the first house follows through the physical. So you're finishing this huge transformation with this, with transits through the first. And I feel like that's represented here with where they're at now. They've been through a very profound transformation when it comes to connecting to their emotions and connecting to their intuition, and connecting to whatever belief system they have. It doesn't have to be spiritual based or tarot or energy, but whatever belief system they have, they feel more connected to it, I'm hearing. There's also a new perspective on their feelings and how they feel about you in particular and this connection. So what's going on with this person? More of their energy, please. Okay, so the Emperor reversed. Okay, I'm hearing this is an explanation. So we have their explanation of their behavior coming in. Knight of Emotions. And the Devil reversed. Wow, okay. So they want to say that they were out of control. They were totally out of control. They had no direction. They had all this energy and drive, but they had nowhere that they were putting it. This person could have been dealing with some anxiety that was caused from basically failed activations. I'm not really using the best words to describe this. I can tell you right now. But I feel like this person was Spirit, universe is trying to wake them up so many times. Their soul is trying to wake them up so many times. And there was all this surging energy through them that was trying to shift their perspective of life and themselves, but they kept resisting it. And because of that, they still had all that energy flowing through them. So they were just out of control, and they had no direction with all that energy. And they were just, so I would say with this, usually this is somebody that's probably was cheating or lying or just being really crappy to you. And this can be even abuse. And I feel like whatever they did was definitely abusive in its own way. It may not have been physical abuse, but it was abusive. Oh my gosh, I'm thinking gaslight. And gaslighting is the first card sitting here on the deck. So you're going to definitely get that one too. Gaslighting you. I've been lying and gaslighting you. You weren't crazy. You were right. I just wasn't strong enough to admit it. Yeah, absolutely. Okay, but it seems because this person got sent into some type of journey of discovering themselves, and they're having to go through something emotional to get there. So maybe it was separation from you. Maybe it was something else in their life. They've had to go and find themselves is what I'm getting from the Knight of Emotions. And this has allowed them to detach from some negative things that they were doing. They may have had some addictions, or it could have been some drugs that were involved. They've been working on that, releasing themselves from that. There also was just negative mindsets and negative beliefs. A lot of this was, I'm hearing, I hated myself. And when you're in that space, what happens when you're really close to somebody at times, it's not everyone, but everybody deals with this stuff differently, is that you definitely can take that energy out and like project it out to the person you're with. So I feel like this person, you know, maybe they started therapy, maybe they've been, you know, listening to self-help podcasts or books or something, but they've been trying. They're trying to be better, and they're trying to release themselves from these negative ideas and attachments and addictions that they have that prevent them from being the person that they know they can be, which is somebody that has direction, that can take charge of their life, that can be driven, be positive, and be a good partner, and be able to offer somebody something real and not something of like what I'm hearing, like what I offered you, which I think was a lot of lies and a lot of trying to make you feel like you were the one that was the problem, or you were the one that was causing, you know, the issues. And if you were different, things wouldn't be like that. They're like, you know, anything I said like that was bullshit. And it was just me being very weak in that moment and having a really hard time facing my own behavior. Okay, Gibeus Moon, you're very, very close to achieving your goals. So this person is really close to with their personal transformation and releasing all this stuff that they want to release. They are so close with being able to get that done. Okay, now with all that being said, it's good to know that they're doing well. What are their feelings about you, their thoughts about you, like what's going on when it comes to you and the connection? So Ace of Inspiration, so there's a lot of like, they want something new with you. I also am hearing you are my inspiration. So you've been their inspiration to get better, to work on themselves, to, you know, find things that bring them passion again, because they want to, there's something about like they didn't have much drive, or like they just didn't, there was something like you guys would argue about with that. Maybe it was with their career, or maybe it was with the relationship. Like there wasn't that direction or that drive that you wanted to see that maybe you had. And so like they want to be able to show you that they have that now. They also want a new energy in the relationship. I'm hearing I don't want to fight anymore. Death, total transformation to the relationship. Yeah. So how are they feeling about you? They really want to be a better person for you. And they want to show you that. Five of Materials reversed. They want to feel wanted. They want to feel included in your life. They don't want the separation anymore. This person wants something real with you. Let's get some messages from them. Some more. And a reminder, these messages are my deck. And if you go to my website, or either my Etsy shop or my website, witchydrapeshop.com, you'll get the printout for all of these, and then you can make your own. Like I have here, I have it pasted to black index cards with my stickers on them, but it's the deck if you want to check that out. Help support the channel. Okay, so here are the messages. We have father wounds. My father is a big influence on my behavior now as an adult. I have challenges with connecting to the divine masculine energy within me and externally. Okay, so here's some, you know, some reasonings of certain behaviors. When this energy comes up, it's definitely that Emperor reverse, because the Emperor is the father card, is the huge father card of the deck. And reversed is having massive issues with connecting to your divine masculine energy, connecting with that energy of drive, of being able to, you know, have an idea and go after it. And so they have a hard time connecting to that because they had a hard time connecting to their father. They might be mimicking their father in some way, or replaying the abuse and doing that to themselves, or their father could have told them they were going to go nowhere and could have really implanted some negative seeds in their developing brain as a child, and they're having to rewire it so they feel like, I can do things, I am smart, I am capable. jealousy. I'm very jealous. I can barely stand it. So this person, you know, they are definitely like watching you, watching your socials. If you're in another relationship, or if they think you are, or if they just see you getting attention, they're super jealous of that, because you're so special. You're truly divine. I've never felt energy like yours before, and I can't get enough of it. So they just really, like, you are so special to them, and they want to be with you, and they don't want anybody else to be with you. They don't want anybody else to, like, I'm hearing, I don't want anybody else to get you. I don't like that type of term, but that's what I'm hearing them say. And then we have missing you. I miss you. I wish things were different. Okay. So when it comes to this person coming back into contact with you, I definitely think they are going to have to. But when it comes to timing, is it going to be soon, or is it going to take a while? Let's see. New moon in Aquarius, bring love into the situation. I'm hearing divinely inspired. This person is probably going to come forward when that inspiration hits. And so that's going to be different for everyone. I really wasn't getting a sense of a long time or quickly, or, you know, a couple of weeks or whatever for any of the time that I was speaking. So that makes sense to me. New moon in Taurus, prosperity lies ahead. Now we have 2 new moons out, and we have 2 aces, which is like a new moon energy. It's new energy. So this could be happening sometime around a new moon. Prosperity lies ahead. One thing that could definitely inspire, and then we have, step out of your comfort zone, North Node. So it's not going to be a comfortable thing for this person to come forward to you. So it's going to have to be divinely inspired action. Now, with Taurus being there, this might happen during a time like, for some, I'm hearing this is going to happen on Friday when they get paid. Like, they're going to get an extra big paycheck, and they're going to just feel like really good about themselves, really inspired, and then reach out to you. And for others, I do think like there'll be some sort of like inspiration that's sparked from something positive happening to them financially, but it's something that makes them uncomfortable. So they're going to have to they're going to have to take a risk when they do it. So let's get some advice for you regarding this relationships. Going to use the romance angel. So healing family issues, your love life benefits as you forgive your parents. Now, we already see that this person has issues with the divine masculine energy, with the father energy. Now, generally in relationships, there is that vibrational match. So there's a chance that you also have issues with either divine masculine or feminine energy. So that's something that you want to take a look at, because as they're dealing with their stuff, you working on that will help balance your energy out. So when you come together, you won't be having those triggers pop up from that trauma. So for instance, if you have traumatic history with a father figure that maybe had abandoned you or lied to you or hurt you in some way, this person's energy having similar trauma playing out in a different way was showing you, oh, look, there they go cheating just like what my dad did and then broke up the family. Or, oh, look, there they go disappearing just like my dad did. And like, you know, that seeking that person that keeps running from you because it's rehashing that trauma that you went through. Whatever it is for you, it's like you get that mirrored energy where they're doing the same thing or making you feel the same way that you felt before as a kid in a situation where you had no control. So then as an adult, you're trying to like recreate the situation, to take control, to take power back, to feel like you're healing, but you're just rehashing shit that you don't need to rehash. You can do all that through your mind without actually doing it physically in your life. So as you focus on that, it will definitely help balance out your energy, make you feel better. But it also, if this is a situation where you're mirroring each other's energy, it's going to help them with that as well. Engagement, your love life is ascending to a higher level of commitment. So this person's definitely coming back into your life. And when they do, they'll be coming in a much different person, and it will make it so you two can go to the next level. Your vibrations are both changing as you're healing. Oh my gosh, wow, look at that passion. Allow your heart to sing and soul to sing with joy. I thought this was the reconciliation card, but still, I do feel like you guys are definitely coming back together. And just what I'm going to say for you all, your advice here, immerse yourself in the moment of it already happening. I want to be very weary of you imagining it happening with this person. I know that sounds totally like, well, you just said that though. Because on the chance that this is not necessarily this person coming in, but a representation of an energy that's coming into your life, and you needing to get this message in any way it needed to come through. I wouldn't want to block you from something potentially awesome because you're focusing on it coming from a particular person. So just focus in on having a relationship that goes to the next level of commitment, one that is in alignment with your beliefs and your passions and where you're wanting to go in life, and where you have the same level of passion towards each other and towards your goals in life. Because I feel like that was your main issue with the particular connection you came here seeking information about. A lot of you, that's what's coming back in, and this person's coming back in basically recharged and ready to go and excited about life again. But some, like I said, I don't want to block you if this is not necessarily your person, but you're in alignment to meet with an energy that this is their storyline and this is what you are about to step into, which will be fantastic. So immerse yourself in the moment of all this, it being your life already, but don't put a face on who that life is with. Just put yourself in how you feel with that person, that energy. So I appreciate you all so much. Thank you so much for being here. If you want to book a personal reading, witchybabeshop.com is where you can do that. I have multiple love and relationship readings. And if you would like to purchase the No Communications Messages deck PDF, you can go to the shop or my Etsy shop to instantly download that. And I am working on a physical copy, so watch out for notifications of that whenever that comes out. I love you guys so much. Thank you so much for being here, and I'll see you next time. Hello, group 3. So you all chose Neptune, and let's go ahead and see what your message is for your no communication, what's going on with them. So need time to heal. Right now, I'm in a space where I need to focus on my healing and self-love. This isn't about you, it's about me. So if this person has disappeared or ghosted you, maybe they didn't go about it the best way, but they did it because they needed to heal. Let's go ahead and see what's going on with them currently. Now, if you were drawn to group 1, you may want to listen to that because that is a group about being ghosted. So what's up with them? Okay, so we have 9 of emotions, 10 of emotions reversed. Oh, okay. And the Empress reverse. Oh my goodness. Okay. So it looks like what's been going on with this person is they thought they got something that they wanted, but then they realized it wasn't what they thought it was. They thought they manifested it, whether or not like they recognize manifestation as a thing or not. They thought like they finally got everything that they wanted. Like they thought it's like, this is what I wanted. This is what I hoped for. This is what I wished for. I'm getting it. But it was like a huge, huge blow when they realized that this is not what they wanted, or they may have realized that what they thought they were getting wasn't what they were getting quite yet, and they were going to have to wait longer for what they actually wanted to come to be. And this was, I'm hearing, very upsetting for them. So let me try to get like what exactly happened here. And Neptune makes sense because Neptune is like, not everything is what you see with Neptune. Neptune, there's illusions. There's a lot of like trickery almost, or it's just a very elusive energy. A lot of projection can happen under its influence. So instead of seeing the truth, you can see what you want to see. And so that's what could have happened in this person's situation. So what was this that they thought they wanted, but then ended up not being it? Okay, 8 of Inspiration reversed. And Queen of Inspiration. So they could have thought that they really wanted, that's interesting. Hold on. Clarify this, please. Okay, 6 of Emotions reversed. Okay, so I'm getting a couple different messages. One, this person may have thought they would be happier if they just like blocked everybody and like took off and like left, like just started over. but they realized that they were just like running from themselves, and that you can go anywhere you want, as far as you want, but you're always going to be there, right? So they thought that getting away from just everything that they knew, you know, even if they didn't like physically leave, they may have like dumped all their friends or just like stopped talking to you and like started talking to other people, whatever was the case. They feel like them closing themselves off was going to solve everything if they could just start over new, that they would feel better about themselves, they could get their confidence back. But this is just not what happened. It didn't. Nothing changed for them. So for those that are resonating or think, you know, yeah, that sounds like that this is what this person might be going through, I feel like right now they're trying to figure out what they can do to make themselves happy again, how they can connect and feel confident, feel like they can take on life. Like some of them feel like they don't even feel cut out for life. So they're in a really kind of dark space. And others are just like, you know, maybe I just need more time in this new space, or maybe I just need to try more new things. They're really seeking like a lot of happiness externally. Eventually they're going to see, just like everybody does, that you can't seek it externally. It has to come from within first, and then it will start to manifest externally. But they're still in a process of like seeking that externally. I do also see here that this person was kind of stepping into a space of like, I'll just fake it till I make it. Like, I have things that I want and I think I can get them, or I think I can be happier, or I think I can be more confident if I just pretend like I am, and then it will happen. And that does work for some time. So for those people that resonate with this, your person is probably like showing out on social media, acting like nothing's wrong, like they don't care about nothing, whatever. And like nothing's ever bothered them this entire time. That's not the case. Again, it worked for some time, but long term, like right now, they're having to face this. They need to heal. This group, all your people, regardless of what their individual circumstances are, they are in a space where they're needing to heal. And so if they're fighting it or if they're going with it, they're still struggling basically. And I think a lot of them, if not all of them, which most of us do, if not all, were seeking something externally, thought that it was going to bring them that happiness that they were going to get. Whether I'm hearing a new truck for some, others it was a relationship, or it was some multiple relationships, and it didn't bring them what they wanted. Some of them went on like a lot of trips and was posting a lot, showing out a lot on socials, and it made you feel awful because you're like, wow, they really didn't care. That was just them wanting to fake it till they made it, and they're not feeling very confident at all with themselves or the future. So okay, what's going on with this person? Yeah, look at this, the 5 of inspiration. There's all this like conflicting energy. What do I want? Where am I gonna go? What am I gonna do? Who am I? They're very confused about who they are. 4 of materials. They may also be going through some financial stuff at this time where they're having to really crack down on their spending. I do think this person has a tendency to spend money when they're not feeling happy to try to compensate. There's really this strong like physical need to compensate for feeling bad emotionally. So they also could have some addictions here, because Neptune does bring on like drugs and alcohol abuse as well. So again, group 1, if you were drawn to it, listen to it, because there will be additional information for you there for sure. You can say that now. All right, so my heart goes out to this person. You know, they're struggling, but they're in a space where they can accomplish so much if they just allow themselves to feel the weight of what they're feeling all the way through, and not try to cut it off like halfway in, because it's like you have to process out the emotions. You can't just like start in and be like, no, I can't deal with this, let me push it away and let me, you know, drink, or let me go buy something or whatever. Like that just delays the process. It's just like anytime, and I use this example all the time, I know it's super gross, but sorry, you eat something that's really not good, you know, that does not set well with you, or you catch a virus that is telling your stomach to get rid of the contents. Those situations where you're going to get sick, you know you're going to get sick, but you sit there and still fight it anyway and try to figure out how I can not get sick. Like, let me try to stop this from happening. You can either get sick when you're going to get sick and get it over with, or you can make yourself miserable for 7 hours, which is usually what I do, about 7 hours of resisting and resisting and resisting before you finally fall asleep and step into a space where you're not resisting. You fly out of bed and are running to the bathroom and throw up all over the place. So which one do you want to do? Do you want to dive in deep? You know, look at that. She's about to go in and, you know, let things fall where they're going to fall. Go through the process. Allow yourself to have the emotions and allow yourself to see the ideas and thoughts that come up with allowing yourself to process through those emotions. Or do you want to push it until you just explode and have a big mess to clean up? So that's kind of where they're at. And for some, you may resonate with that a lot because there is mirrored energy here, especially with Neptune involved. There's always mirrored energy in any connection. It's not just twin flames. It is any connection you have with any person. You have an opportunity to see yourself a little bit more clearly through them and through your judgments and your reactions to that person, their actions, like what they say and what they do. You can see things about yourself that you have not seen before through anyone. But with romantic connections, there tends to be an even stronger mirrored energy because we learn so much about ourselves through those connections. Okay, now let's go ahead and see. We see where they're at. Let's see how are they feeling about you in this connection. What are their thoughts? What's going on in that department? Temperance reverse. Okay, so healing. Temperance reverse is showing that there's not healing. It's not a healed connection. Healing needs to happen. A connection that's out of balance, a connection where I'm hearing one person gives more than the other. I also hear cycles. So you two may have cycles where you go in and out of contact with one another. Okay, 6 of inspiration. Yeah, I'm hearing like, you know, we get back together. You know, we come back together. They take pride in that you seem to always come back to them. But they're very aware that this is not healthy. Yeah, 2 of balance. Balance is needed. So there's a strong passion towards you. There's a pride of you in the connection, but they're like, this isn't healthy and we're toxic for one another. And it's fun. And I enjoy that I can depend on you. Like they really take pride in that, you know, they're always going to be around. So you can take that information. I don't like that. That makes me mad when I hear that. But there's like kind of like that arrogance there about that. But there's also this absolute recognition that this is not healthy. It's toxic and we need to heal. And we go through these cycles with one another and something needs to shift. Let's get some messages from them. This is my messages deck. Again, you can download it on my website, witchybabeshop.com, or on my Etsy shop. And print it out, make your own. Oh, wow, look at that. Twin flame. You activated my soul to find my true purpose and destiny in life. You helped me heal in ways no one else could. Thank you for finding me again this time around. So my twin flame card represents my personal belief on twin flames, which is a twin flame is a person that activates you in a way that others cannot, in a way that's so perfect to mirror a lot of the wounds that you have been resisting healing. And you do the same for them, and you change drastically from before you met them to after you meet them. It doesn't necessarily mean it's the person you're going to spend your life with, or, you know, even somebody that you will be in a short-term or medium-term romantic relationship with. It could be somebody that plays a short-term role in your life, but has a significant impact when it comes to like, you know, the relationship. But also, you know, it doesn't matter. I don't feel like putting any specific labels on twin flame other than the fact that it's somebody that comes in and their soul activates you in a way that other people's soul cannot and would not. And you help each other heal in ways that is just incredibly intense and magnifying, and it has positive ramifications on everyone around you because of the amount of energy shifts that you two can do by coming together. So this person, their soul recognizes that your soul has done that. It's simple, really. How do I feel? I want you, us, forever. Okay, wow. So like, I mean, this is really kind of cool. Like this person, they're doing what they need to do here. They are focused on themselves, focused on healing, and recognize that what you guys had going on wasn't healthy, and it was toxic, and that if they want this connection, then they need to go through the work in order to have it. I'm single right now. I'm not attached to anyone. I'm not looking to get in a relationship at this time. And that is good. That is what you do want to see. They want you in the long run. But they know right now they need to heal. And some of them are really in a space where they're really, really fighting that healing. And they know that it's not going to be, I feel like this is beyond them knowing, this is their soul knowing that it's not good to be around you in this space. It's not good for you. And so that's why there's separation. So here's one thing they're working on. Others' opinions. I feel bound to my culture and my family's beliefs on how I should live my life. I'm working towards breaking free from limiting myself based on their beliefs. Okay. So they might be, you guys could have different belief systems. They could be religious and it can conflict with your beliefs, or they could be from a different culture. And, they're having to, it could also just be like what their friends think and like whatever. It could be different social classes. Whatever it is, they're having to break free from caring what other people think of how they live their life and who they're with. So let's go ahead and get some, take a look at the energy in regards to them communicating with you, coming back in. Mutable moon, nothing is set in stone. So they are not, and I kind of got this energy for, I think, all of the groups. It's still all over the place energetically. There's nothing where they're headed, like I could say that a large portion are headed towards contacting you very soon or within the next couple months or whatever. It's different for everyone because especially for this group, they're in a process of healing. So it's just nothing is set in stone yet. What I think your advice is going to be is that you got to just let go of this connection in regards to like, when is it going to happen? When is it going to happen? Like waiting. Like you have to step into a space of doing your own deep healing, focusing on things that make you happy. Oops. Yeah, you definitely do. You deserve love. I feel like you think you need to change in a certain way to make this connection work, or you need to heal in a certain way so you can bring this person back in. And that's what none of this should be about for you. This should be about you realizing how deserving you are of having the life that you deserve to live, of having the relationship that you want to have, of having the, the friendships and having the just people, and I'm hearing level of commitment that you want. Like you deserve to have that, but you have to realize it like in a real way. And you have to stop the thinking of, well, maybe I don't need to have that. Like I know I want to have somebody that is, I just kept hearing like faithful and committed. Like I know I want to be committed, but maybe that's just not realistic, and maybe I need to be more open with it. If that's not what you want and what would bring you happiness to have a relationship that is open, then that is not what's for you. And you definitely shouldn't be trying to shift your perception of it to figure out a way that you can see it in a way that makes you happy. Because at the end of the day, your perception of it, of how it's making you happy, is just going to be like, well, it's making this person happy, so then I'm happy because they're happy. And what is that? That's being codependent. And that's that toxicity. Part of that toxicity, I think the person's talking about, that they know you both have. You have to realize that you deserve love, and you have to love yourself so you can show the people that are coming into your life to be in relationships with you how to treat you. Otherwise, if you're just trying to figure out how to bend over backwards for them and make them happy and step into that Neptunian, I'll become your dream partner energy, you're going to always be unhappy, and you're going to be attracting in people that aren't going to be able to see you for you and love you for you like you really deeply down want, because you're not showing them you. Okay. Look at that. Worth waiting for. Divine timing is at work in your love life. So, you know, some of you, this person's coming back into your life and it's divine timing and you need to live your life in the meantime. Others of you, you have something else that's coming into your life. And this relationship activated you enough so you could do the healing and the clearing that you needed to do in order to align with that relationship. And all it's taking for you to do that is to realize that you deserve it. So it's worth going through this process that you're going through to come to these realizations, instead of being in a connection that is pulling you further into the belief that you deserve a certain type of love that is substandard to what you actually do. Okay, last card. And stay optimistic about your love life. Positive thinking and faith will bring you romance. So this, I feel like they're saying, you know, keep a positive mindset about what you can have and what you deserve. Immerse yourself in the moments of it already happening. You all might want to listen to group 2 as well. But it's coming. Okay, it is coming. So that is going to be your reading. I love you guys so much. Thank you for being here, and make sure you like, comment, subscribe if you enjoyed it. Again, you can download the deck at my website, witchybabeshop.com, or my Etsy, and you can book a personalized reading with me if you would like. Again, same website, witchybabeshop.com. I love you guys. I'll see you next time.